Carolina and Kenan Memorial Stadium, home of the North Carolina Tar Heels, and basketball may be in the blood, but football is certainly in the soul. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a team from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Horned Frogs will put toe to leather and we'll get started. He'll bring it out. It's Culliver. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So North Carolina's offense will have the first possession of the game. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
We were talking to the defensive coaching staff coming into this game tonight, and they said we really feel good about our pass rush. We feel like we've got guys up front that can win one-on-one. We've got to let these guys hunt. We've got to let them eat, and they're doing it on the first play of the game, getting a sack.
The Tar Heels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Lopez wants to fire. The throw. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Tar Heels need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to take a shot. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
The Horned Frogs offense has the ball for the first time. A matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot, not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
And this is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
They'll get him again. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, but just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off this guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
Running to Green. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
That's a really nice play on 2nd down. I love the quarterback's read. I love that he kept it. Good offensive coordinators across college football, they have no problem repeating the same play over and over again if it's successful.
And the Horned Frogs come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
Interesting play call for this offense, man. A slow developing screen on a 3rd and short when a defense is a little bit aggressive and it doesn't work. And it's easy to question after the fact, obviously, right, guys? Like, it didn't work, but I don't love that play call when I know a defense will be really aggressive on 3rd and short.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Oh, he's got a chance. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Picked up a yard. It's down at the 16. The Horned Frogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Here comes the field goal unit. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
And, man, this one getting off to a slow start, trying to get some points on the board, and the dreaded doink. And listen, points at a premium right now because nobody scored. But, man, that was inches away from being really good. We're still tied 0-0.
Lopez to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Gauze. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Gauze. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the 2nd quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Punt is on its way. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Hauls it in. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Wants to go up top on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to fire. How about that sweet footwork along the sideline? It is a catch. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Some misdirection with the counter. Lots of running room. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Yeah, it's a really good job with the misdirection, right? Bringing somebody's one direction with so much speed, the defense reacts. Now you bring another guy the other direction. Hard to see one and then react to the other, especially with that kind of speed on the field, and that's why you had a big play.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that now. What?
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, TCU.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They marched 56 yards to the end zone and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's gone. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Trying to impose their will with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Lopez wants to fire. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. At the 40, there he goes. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
The Tar Heels will have it 1st and 10. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Quarterback adapting. Got the first down himself. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. They're working that left side. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Leaves it with the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Lopez to pass. Got his man on the right. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, UNC!
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he tacks on the extra point. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Bringing it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. Sets up the screen. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Now on 2nd down. Back to pass. It's complete to the right. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Unloads quickly. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And the Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Quickly complete. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
Well, after that completion on the corner route, it'd be interesting to see if later in the game the offensive coordinator comes out and shows the defense the same look, but this time sends the receiver to the middle of the field. Might catch the defense off guard.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. This time he's got his man. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, a magnificent broadcast so far there today in Chapel Hill. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. And with that, let's send it back to the guys there on Stadium Drive at Keenan Memorial.
And the Tar Heels will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll open this third quarter with a run. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Quick strike complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Horned Frogs lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to run for it. He's loose. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
And they may have caught the defense napping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that third down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football on these third down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
He's got it on the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air. It's Hoover. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's Bailey. Turning on the Jets. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. And the Horned Frogs will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on first down. Wide open downfield. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend, and this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
The Horned Frogs will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Safe completion on the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll do it himself. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So a drive there of 84 yards. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Snags it quickly on the left. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
The Tar Heels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. And the Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Lopez wants to fire. Right on the money. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Working that left side now. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Finds his tight end. Plows through the defense. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. The Tar Heels decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin them deep. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Flips it out to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
And the Horned Frogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target?
The Horned Frogs need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. On the move, it's Barnes. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Lopez to pass. Quickly complete. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Now on 1st down from the 30. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Gauze. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, It's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
He just got rid of that one to save the down, didn't see anything he liked. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. He'll pull it on the read. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Trying play action. Grabbed behind the line. It's Barnes. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
He is stopped right at the 21-yard line, and now it'll be 4th down and decision time. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Lopez wants to fire. Starting to feel a little pressure. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
Pocket breaking down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Johnson. Crosses the 40. To the 43-yard line, and a 1st down for this offense.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle, it's Johnson. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Lopez to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Gauze. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did there throwing it to their running back, but the defense, they were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Johnson. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab, ready for the first down. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. The Tar Heels didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Moving out of the pocket. And he'll get in for the late touchdown, the consolation prize, the window dressing score to make the final outcome a little closer.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.